Hey everybody, welcome back to part 2 of our in-depth Codex Dark Angels review. In this video we'll be going through the psychic powers.
Is the psychic cards.
The Interomancy
psychic powers. Once again, what an upgrade. This is really... the name, we all know Games Workshop can't name their psychic powers, like it's going out of fashion.
At least put antsy on it.
Yeah.
Well,
they've got
interrogating, and it's psychic. So psychic's all Mancy, and you're interrogating him. Interrogating Mancy. No, that sounds shit. Interomancy. Oh, that's better. Yeah, it's just 10-year-olds. But it's good.
To be honest, on the fly, I can't think of a better name for it.
Yeah, despite the name, pretty solid.
Yes and no. To an extent, because the way I'm seeing it is that we can do things that make us scary and make people take leadership tests on higher amounts of dice, but how much stuff is actually subject to fear?
I'm going to counter this, because who gives a shit when you've got Mindworm as a Primaris power?
Alright, yeah. You're moving more for the blowing people's brains out of their ears.
Well, what are psychic powers used for? Like, we aren't going to be tricksy with our psychic powers. You've just been given an absolute wrecking ball of a Primaris power. It is amazing. You take the formation, the Dark Angel Psycho formation with this, and that thing is frightening. Anybody who plays high skilled, sexy HQ units or monsters are just in a lot of trouble.
Well, it's the fact that previously Mindworm was only available on Ezekiel.
Yeah.
And it was strength 4. And it was like assault D3, but it was only strength 4. So anything that you were trying to hit and knock stats down on, you were generally rolling against the odds to actually wound it, and it was going to get a save against it anyway.
Yeah, you'll never get in there.
Just to clarify though, that the formation for the Psychers in this book isn't actually in this book.
No,
you'll have to get that separately from a digital download data slate.
But it's only a couple of quid, so get it.
It's well worth it. I mean, it's insane. People have argued that it's not as good as the Space Marine one because they've basically taken our one and made it better.
No.
Like they've done with everything they've ever... The 2+ manifesting walk charges is pretty tasty.
Yeah, but you lose spells for it.
Yeah.
Well, so they're lowering their master. They've got to pay points to up their mastery levels to basically, instead of getting a spell, give you +1 to manifest. This gives you flexibility, and you're still manifested on freeze. I like this at all. I like this a lot.
It's good.
Yeah.
But the fact that Mindworm's now strength 6 AB2, and with the Conclave it says add 12 inches to the range. Yeah. So it's no longer a 12-inch power; it's a 24-inch power. Yeah, and strength 6 AB2.
I will take the upgrade over the nerf. So the +2 strength over the D3 assault, I will take all day long, being a Primaris power that's only walk charge 1.
Yeah.
And
it's a focus Witchfire as well. So if you roll 2 successes, you can actually just say, "No, you're mind."
So anyway, we've basically gone through what we've already tried to suss out, which is you get the formation, you take Mindworm, you forget whatever other powers you've got, and you just go to town. But we'll go through the other stuff because
some of them are quite good.
Yeah, some of them are pretty good.
I mean, against low leadership armies, they will have a fun time. No two ways about it.
Yeah, I mean, Seed of Fear, so psychic power number 1, is a malediction that targets all enemy units within 9 inches. Whilst the power is in effect, all target units must take morale tests, as well as pinning tests and fear tests on 3d6.
Not 3d6 and ignore the lowest.
3d6.
Just straight up 3d6. So
I can see that power working. Well, it will work. It will work obscenely well with scout snipers. You just go to town with this power. So, am I saying that the formation that goes to 18?
No, it's only Mindworm that the range goes up.
Yeah, specifically Mindworm on the formation.
That's fine then, even though I don't read the formation that well. So that's fair enough. So that's still only 9 inches, so you're taking a gamble with whatever Psyker's there.
The Librarian's got to be close enough to actually...
Yeah, 9, I mean, 9, still quite a range.
9 inches is pretty reasonable. Well, no, let's not go there.
No, we're not going there. Some men are bigger than others. But basically, I can see if you're setting up, once again, I've got my Ravenwing head on. You take a squad of snipers, you've got the psychic unit, you pin the unit you're charging, and go in. I mean, the pin on a 3d6, you know, it could be good.
Could be. It's one of those ones that you probably couldn't sort of hang your hat on it working.
No.
But every so often, someone's going to screw up a leadership test on 3d6.
It's it's gonna hit the non-Space Marine players. That it can hit them very hard.
Well, for the narrative campaign for the Storm of Sidrus, which if you haven't watched, go back and watch. I mean, it's just slick production quality. The gameplay has been amazing so far. But the Heretics mob in there with their variable leadership is like, I've got leadership 5. Well, you can roll your leadership tests on 3 dice then.
My sarcasm detector was going a bit haywire then, Lurch.
I think it's been an amazing campaign so far. I don't know what you're talking about.
I am the production quality of it, and I think that's bull.
Okay, we've just made up for it by having a laugh, really, haven't we?
Yeah.
Alright, what's the next one?
Righteous Repugnance.
Try saying that after you've had a couple of beers, which is how I play most of my games.
Now, if I was well on my way to Funky Town already, I would have cut, edited it, add to, and come back and said it, but I don't want to. Yeah.
Now I'm curious about what you were going to
now
say.
Cut.
And cut.
Righteous Repugnance is a blessing that targets a single friendly unit within 24 inches. Whilst powers in effect, the target unit has the Rage special rule. Once again, you just drop it on a Raven Wing squad and just watch them have fun.
This is going to sound a bit daft, but what does the Rage special rule do?
+2 attack. Go to the rules query, that's right, isn't it?
No, right. It's an extra attack on the charge. So rather than getting +1 on the charge, you get +2.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
So if you've got Samuel in a unit that's charging 3 inches extra, and they all get +1 attack with a strength 5 Corvus ammo with rending.
Yeah,
that's pretty tasty.
Yeah, yeah, and then hit him running.
Yeah, and then leg it. So I'm going to shoot with plasma, smash you in the face with a giant mallet, and then run away.
Okay, okay. I'll try and take my head out of this a minute, so sort of forget Raven Wing edition. We'll try and get to Green Wing and Death Wing.
Disclaimer, not actually called that.
No, not yet. And I don't want to get a crayon. I'm ruining the book.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it's still expensive. You could put it on Green Wing. I mean, I very rarely use assault squads. You can do it. It's still good.
Yeah.
And you can put it on Death Wing. And I mean, Death Wing Knights with that is pretty tasty.
Yeah, and you can actually bang a librarian in a unit of knights.
Yeah, yeah. But so, I mean, yeah, you bung it in a unit of Death Wing Knights or standard Death Wing or Death Wing Command Squad. Probably Death Wing Command Squad, just because I'm a big fan of Feel No Pain. I think the more saves you make, the better. Yeah. Especially in Terminators.
Because one of them always rolls a 1. Doesn't matter how many armour saves you make, one of them will be a 1. The annoying thing is when you only take 1 wound, you know that guy's dead.
In fact, Death Wing Knights probably wouldn't be so good because you can smite, and then you lose that. Yeah. But in Death Wing Command Squad or Death Wing Squad, you cast it on them. You're coming out of a Land Raider. I know you can't do it inside the Land Raider,
but
so
Death Wing
outside already.
Death Wing Knights are now AP3 anyway.
Yeah,
standard.
Yeah, so yeah, it all depends what you get.
They're pretty tasty in a fight against most things. You're only going to go to smite when you're hitting something hefty.
Once again, good power.
Tangent.
There's nothing wrong with that power at all. There's not. If you roll that power, there should be at least something in your army that will utilise it.
And it's
otherwise you wouldn't be taking the Psychers.
It's warp charge 1.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you are using the Conclave, it's warp charge 1 or a 3+. So you can just have a cheeky 1 dice if you've got a spare one and think.
Yeah. In fact, it's probably a very good spell to try and lure dispels on. Oh, sorry, not dispels, but whatever it's called.
Deny the Witch.
Deny the Witch. Warhammer player.
It doesn't exist anymore.
I didn't get that memo yet.
You're an Age of Sigmar.
Not for a week, I'm not.
Didn't they release it yesterday?
No, next week's out.
Next week?
Yeah.
You can be a Warhammer player for another 6
months. The rules came out yesterday.
I mean, by the time this video's probably up, yes, alright, I'm an Age of Sigmar player. And then it's called something else. Oh well.
I'll be doing a video about
spell, I think.
Yeah, I'll be doing a video about my thoughts on Age of Sigmar later this week. So,
oh mate, if I can get on that.
Will it just consist of you sitting there typing, going blah 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 blah? The end.
A version.
Well, I don't need to do it now.
No, sorry, spoilers.
So yeah, number 3.
Oh, yeah, this is a bit useful. This is
number 3 is a version. Now, unless you're fighting other Dark Angels players, no, even then it will still work because that's Overwatch.
Overwatch is a snapshot.
This spell is ridiculous.
This is kind of reverse invisibility, isn't it?
Yeah, this spell's ridiculous. A version is a malediction that targets a single enemy unit within 24 inches. Whilst the power is in effect, that target unit can only fire snapshots. My God.
Ouch. Ouch. But, oh, what's that Vindicator over there? Yeah, well, yeah, you can fire storm bolts at me now.
No, it's ridiculous. That power is bonkers.
Hey, it's expensive. It's warp charge.
One. So
again, use the Conclave, 3+, worth a punt.
I mean, that's what just says under itself. I mean, you just fire at the most scariest unit and just make them neutered. It's really good.
So what I'm understanding so far is, use Mindworm all the time, and some of these other awesome powers. The problem is choice is now going to ruin it.
But this is where my defence of this formation over the Space Marine formation kicks in, is that you're going to be getting all of these. With a Space Marine one, you are losing them. This is why I think this formation is better.
Well, the Space Marines lose all these ones anyway.
I do agree.
The Space Marines just lose all these ones because only the core Marines get these ones.
Yeah, I know, but we won't get into that and take in bullshit formations.
Actually, because the actual vanilla Codex can take our Librarius Conclave.
Yeah.
So, with the Ultramarines, why is Ezekiel there?
Yeah, but anyway, that's 40k's problem, not this Codex's.
No, we like this Codex.
Number 4, go for it.
Maelstrom of Misery. Sounds about once a month at home, but that's not it. This is Warp Charge 2. We're ramping it up to some expensive stuff now. Maelstrom of Misery is a Witchfire power with the following profile. Range 24, pretty good. Strength 1, not so hot. AP 2, Assault 1, Blast, Neural Shock. Neural Shock, hits caused by this psychic power, always wound on a 4+. Has no rule effect on vehicles or buildings. But things like Demon Princes, it will just wound them on 4+. Wraith Knights, 4+. AP 2, quite useful. But it's not Mindworm. That's the...
When designing this, so if you look at it from an analytical point of view, they have to put a spell in here like this, because you're not going to be getting all of these powers. So it's giving you a backup option on, say, if you don't get Aversion or Righteous Repugnance, in my opinion, and you get this and you've got another power. But why would you use it over Mindworm? This is the thing, you analyse it now and you've got to get your cap on and say, why would I use this blast spell over Mindworm? And the only way I can think about it is that if you've got a unit of 3 Carnifexes or any multiple unit of monstrous creatures charging you down and they're stupid enough to keep them within 1 inch of each other, then you drop it.
What is the range on it?
24. So it's the same as Mindworm.
If you don't use...
Yeah, but if you're not using the formation...
Mindworm requires a Conclave to become 24.
Yeah.
So this is longer range. But it's
if you're running a single Psycho, you're out of range of Mindworm, then...
Granted, okay, fine. So if you're running either Ezekiel or you're running the standard Joe blogs on your own, then yes, okay, I can see a bit more benefit of this. But this is why I'm here and he's here, is because when I look at it, I'm looking at it saying, well, you're only going to be taking these powers in a formation anyway, and when you take it in the formation, why would you use that over Mindworm? Because we all know how for certain sides of 40k work is you take the best, you lose the chaff. And then these two try and keep me in rein and say, no, you've got to try and look at it balancedly. So yeah, granted, if you've got one standard Mook, Psyker, level 2, with this guy knocking it out,
not bad.
It's not bad. It's not. You roll it, you ain't going to be unhappy.
Well, if you look at Mindworm is Mind Bullets. This is Sniper Mind Bullets.
Yeah.
Wounds everyone on a 4+.
Yeah.
In a blast.
Yeah. I mean,
it's definitely got something to bring to the game. If you're going to put this a higher toughness thing, where you start thinking, well, actually, strength 4, Witchfires aren't really going to cut it. It'll do something. Plus, the Librarian will have ballistic skill 5,
4 or 5.
4 or 5.
I think it's 4.
So, I'm not sure.
Oh. See, now I was going to look in the old Codex then. That would have helped, wouldn't it? Librarian.
It's good to see we researched this so well in advance, isn't it? But as it sounds, it's going to be reasonably accurate. Just that his brain might dribble out of his ears when he casts it.
Bliss skill 4.
4. Okay, so it's still okay, unless you roll really bad in the
Yeah, it's still good.
The flippily dice. Oh, number 5, trephination. I think that's a word they've made up. Feel free to comment if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong, but it just sounds like a word they've made up, and there's a lot of rules for this. So it's focus switch firepower with a range of 18 inches. The affected model unit the affected model, only one of them, must roll 2d6 plus 2 and subtract their leadership. That model then suffers a number of wounds equal to the result. Armour and cover saves cannot be taken against trephination. Potentially, that's horrid.
What I will clarify is that it's not a leadership test.
No, because otherwise you just cast Seed of Fear and make it 3d6 plus 2, and they just...
Some people will read that, and I guarantee you they will read it and say, "Oh, that's a leadership test, I can deal with this." No, you can't. You're just rolling against a leadership stat.
It's one of the ones that they've actually worded it specifically in such a way as to say, it's not a leadership test, it's just using the leadership stat.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's pretty...
But it is Warp Charge 2, and to get it focused, you've got to get the third success to actually hit the model that you want to be going for. Otherwise, potentially, you're hitting one gonk that's got leadership 7 and doing 8 wounds to him. Well, actually, probably statistically can't do 8 wounds to him because his maximum do is 14, but neither here nor there. You could really blow up a pleb.
I like this power. I think it's better than Maelstrom of Misery, if you're going to take it from the single Psyker point of view.
Yeah.
This has the power to do a hell of a lot more damage.
But only to one model, whereas the Maelstrom of Misery is a blast, so potentially you've got the scope to do a bit more.
Yeah, okay, fine, but I'm sorry, but there's a reason why models can deploy 2 inches apart, because you dodge blasts. And I honestly believe with the focus part of this, there will be a time where you'll target their general, and the general will blow up. Yeah, you will roll double 6, and he will pop, and you will be happy, and he will be sad.
I Psychic Shrieked I think it was a Keeper of Secrets. I think it was Gus's Keeper of Secrets in an Apocalypse game, and he rolled was it 3d6?
Yeah.
And he rolled 18 on his leadership test.
He did.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
He ever so did. But this isn't quite as... It's quite brutal.
Yeah.
The things you're going to target for this are generally going to be, what, leadership 10, 19...
So, what's Psychic Shriek? Just 3d6? Take away leadership?
3d6.
It's a leadership test on 3d6. Take away... You take...
Is
the difference in wounds.
Did it say leadership test, or is it the same wound as
it's a
this?
leadership test.
No, it's a leadership test.
So if you're fearless, you ignore it?
No, you still die.
Okay. Why? Fearless says you pass all leadership tests.
Psychic Shriek. It says roll your leadership on 3 dice and take or...
Oh, so it's not a leadership test?
No.
Right.
Not in that.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
So,
but fearless doesn't make you immune to leadership tests. It makes you immune to morale tests and pinning checks.
Oh, right, okay.
Because otherwise, fearless making you immune to get killed would be awesome.
Yeah, fearless doesn't make you immune to leadership tests, just morale checks.
So that's 3d6, subtract your leadership, yeah? And you take that many wounds. No save on Psychic Shriek?
You get you invulnerable, but that's it.
You get you invulnerable against this.
Yeah, and what bulk charge is that?
1.
That's one.
It's the Primaris power.
So that I mean, and so your average on 3d6 is 10, your average on 2d6 plus this is 9. But
the difference being is that that's a focused and you can pick a target, whereas Psychic Shriek is on the unit and you have to go from the closest.
Right, there we go. So, but
they're different powers.
Given Space Marines, a version of that is always a good thing.
Yeah. I like the last one.
Go for it.
I quite like this, even though the number of times it will come off again.
I've had a look at this one and being on the receiving end of this to an unlucky roll, I could see a lot of people going, well, that's the end of my game.
Table flip. Mind Wipe. Warp Charge 3. So it's a big hitter, this one. Mind Wipe is a malediction that targets a single enemy unit within 24 inches. All models in the target unit have their weapon skill and ballistic skill reduced to 1 until the end of their next turn. At which point, the unit takes a leadership test. If the leadership test is failed, the effects of Mind Wipe last for the rest of the game. Now remember back, granted, power number 1 was probably about a week ago on sort of in galactic terms, but you can make them take a leadership test on 3 dice. Although saying that, you could never combine the two.
Why not?
Because you'd have to...
Yes, you can.
Oh yeah, so if you cast both of them,
yeah, you just cast both of them.
By the time they get to the end of their next turn, they'll still both be in effect.
Yeah, they're in trouble. Yeah.
You get that off turn 1 against any big hitting unit.
Weapon skill and ballistic skill 1 is, and they've only got to fail a leadership test, which, it happens anyway on 2 dice, but if you chuck
it's
in
Warp Charge 3, and they need to fail a leadership test. It's not going to actually come off that often, in my opinion, but when it does, it will be devastating.
But once again, we go back to the Conclave. Warp Charge 3 isn't as scary on a 3+ as it is on a 4+.
Well, I mean, if you take this in context, right, and you go, right, so what, you analyse what armies this is going to be good against. It isn't going to be good against Tyranids, because Tyranids roll out too many psychic dice. Yes, you may get it off 1 out of 5 times. They are just going to wait for you, and because they don't care about Seed of Fear, but they do care about Mind Wipe. And they will just do their best to dispel it, and they are generating more psychic dice than you are.
They're generating more psychic dice, but they're generally still going to be rolling on a 6 to deny it. And you're rolling on a 3 to
Yeah,
hit
but
it.
their dice is just monstrous.
You're going to be getting that many. If you're running the formation, you're going to be getting that many more successes. That will make it that much harder for them to deny.
Maybe.
If you put 4 or 5 dice into that, you're going to end up potentially getting 4
on the
successes. They've
counterpoint-
got to roll 4 6s.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's quite a...
But on the counterpoint to this, you hit it against Tau,
And
they're
their
knackered.
weapon skill, ballistic skill 1 for quite a while.
You hit that on a Riptide or a unit of broadsides.
They're
They're
knackered.
having a bad day.
Yeah. And being a Tau player, what's your dice generation like? It's not good, is it?
Well, for psychics,
Yeah,
it's
none.
none.
Yeah. It's
You don't
whatever
get
your
any
opponent
benefits
rolls
either,
on a
do
D6.
No, it's whatever you roll. That's
No.
the dice I get.
No, you're banging trouble.
I mean, the Riptide would be less worried about that because if he's running with the Ion Accelerator, because there's a large blast, he's not as worried about only being AP1. But
But if you combine that with the one that says he can only
Ballistic
snap
skill
shoot,
one he meant.
oh yeah,
Because someone's going to catch up on it on the internet.
don't feed the trolls.
Nom, 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 nom.
But if you then cast one that makes it snap shoot, it's ballistic skill 1 and it can't fire the blast anyway.
it's true.
So you just bend it over.
But then you're pumping 2 powers into it, so
It's a Riptide.
So, general review is that because Dark Angels can't take Biomancy, which I honestly believe to be probably one of the best psychic disciplines in the game, they get Interomancy instead, and I think this is very, very good.
It is pretty tasty.
I'm a big fan of this, and I never used to play Librarians because I just never rated them in a Dark Angels army. I will be taking Librarians now, and I will probably be taking Ezekiel just because of that extra mastery level will matter.
There is a bit of a thing that's probably Len's just touched on here is I've never used them before and now the Codex has made them usable. Same as things like the Dark Talons and the Dark Shrouds previously were good from a fluff perspective, but Games Workshop didn't sell a lot of the models because a Dark Talon model was 40 quid and it was subpar, it was overcosted, it was under effective, they didn't get them. So now what they've done is made them quite cool.
Yep.
People didn't used to run Librarians, they released a Conclave. I did it myself. I think I went out and bought 4 Librarians. So I had an Ezekiel model, bought 4 Librarians just because all of a sudden it was worthwhile doing.
Yep.
I will be probably buying some of the other cool stuff. But there is the cynical part of me thinks that some of the stuff has been made useful, so you'll go and buy it.
Yes, I agree.
But they are running a business.
But they're a business, and
they probably had an awful lot of Dark Talon models sitting around for the last 3 years.
I mean, they're running a business, and to be brutally honest, they're running a business where if they're going to make stuff more enjoyable for army players, this isn't to the point where they've made it so bent that they're going to put off other players playing their armies. It's just make Dark Angel players buy more stuff. That is a success in all terms.
It is a win.
Yeah, it's just a win. I mean, you can be as cynical as you want about them being a business. I don't care. Be cynical. It's worked. This power is great. Librarians are now good. And when we get to the other stuff, you'll find out that some of the other rubbish models they released are now potent.
I mean, this is another just random observation. Feel free to disagree. It's the internet. There don't appear to be a lot of new Dark Angel players. They've been massively overpowered for ever. So no one goes, oh, I will definitely take them because they're insane. So you've got people that generally been playing for a long time and have a reasonable collection of models.
Yeah.
I mean, you have some Marines.
I do have a few companies worth of Dark Angels, yes.
I have some Marines. But there's always a new book when it comes out, you've got to go and buy something else.
Yeah.
So this has been targeted probably at the fact that Dark Angels players would normally just pick it up and go, right, okay, I can use new rules, got all the models, not a problem.
Yeah.
This book has been it's pitched perfectly because it made me think, right, I've got to go and buy X amount of models, which I will do because
if we'll do it, yeah.
because Games Workshop have hooked me, and that's that. But so that's something you'll see crop up.
No, I agree.
Throughout the rest of the book is that
they're making you buy stuff.
they're making you buy stuff.
I mean, business. Well done.
Evil little plastic crack pixies. We've got our own tactical objectives. There you go, it's covered.
I mean, tactical objectives. In all honesty, if you just read them.
yeah. There is one funky little aspect about them, though, which is worth mentioning.
Yeah, we've got, for completion's sake, we've got 6 tactical objectives, and it's the secret.
The secret agenda. What's that do?
Basically, means if you reveal it, you don't have to show them.
Yeah.
It's if you achieve any of them, I think.
No, it's if you get it, you don't have to show them.
When you draw your...
They're face down until you achieve it. Is that not the...
That's correct, yeah. But only the Dark Angels.
But only your specific ones.
So basically, if you draw a Dark Angels objective as a Dark Angels player, you can look at it and keep it face down. You don't have to tell your opponent until you complete them, and then you reveal them face up. Yeah, it's a nice bit of fluff, because it's meant to be about the fact is that we've always got some form of hidden agenda that makes us run off and piss everyone else off.
Yeah, there's secrets within secrets wrapped up in a mystery.
And if you don't know the fluff, I would read it, because if you are a new Dark Angels player and you haven't read the fluff yet, have a read of the fluff, because the Dark Angels are fairly rich in in the history of 40k.
Well, also, I mean, basically, as the Dark Angels players, to people that don't know the fluff, they're just a happy little band of Space Marines that nothing bad ever happened to.
Ever.
And if anyone says
don't you look into it otherwise.
Yeah. Otherwise, an interrogator chaplain will pop round to your house and have a bit of a word.
Or else.
Or else.
Peace out.